Hi, I'm Jessica. You're in my studio. Right now, I'm carefully working on this piece of a motorcycle in Trinidad, Cuba. Yesterday, I just did the silkscreen, which is all the white here. This is all the LA Times that had some mention of Cuba since 1999. So there's some like advertisements that are dated and some other things that are little Easter eggs for Los Angeles. Some galleries in LA that were showing Cuban artists at the time. And right now I'm trying to bring up some of the warmer colors into the background. So I'm gonna start doing some glazing over here. We'll see how it ends up going.
How long have you been a painter in Los Angeles?
Ooh, I've been painting for a long time, but I think I started considering myself a painter in 2019, even though I've been painting since 2012.
And what's it like painting in LA?
Great. I think the community is really wonderful. I've been in some studios where I've met other artists who are basically like continuing my education in so many different ways. And I went to grad school here, so I was sort of really able to immerse myself in the LA arts world, even during the pandemic.
So where are you from?
I grew up in Whittier, California. That's east of East LA, kind of where the 605 goes past Rose Hills. It's on the other side of things.
Tell me about your old studio and your newer one.
Yeah, I just moved studios this week and I'm liking it so far. I'm currently in a building with maybe 15 other artists, and I just came from a building of 30 other artists, which was great. It's really nice to be able to like see other people really doing it and showing up every day. And I'm pretty militant about coming in and painting. Like I usually wear the same thing in the studio, like have my like audiobook ready to go, or I'm like listening to KCRW.
So a lot of the work that you do in the studio is sort of this detailed painting work.
Yeah, that's 90% of what I'm spending time in the studio doing. The actual silkscreen part doesn't take that long to put down, like with the squeegee. But the rest of the silkscreen, like getting to this point of having whatever I want to use, that is like a month of going through archives, going through my old photos, going through whatever I'm thinking it needs to be, and doing the designing in the physical world if I'm cutting and collaging, and then photographing it, and then moving to the digital world of turning it into a bitmap and like working on sort of like composition after composition to see what's going to be the one that I want to go with. And oftentimes I'll use the silkscreen 2 or 3 times before retiring it, but with different paintings, and you're never able to do the same thing twice. So I find that really interesting.
So 90% is this detailed work, and then tell me what it feels like when it's finally ready to do the silkscreen and sort of that last 10%.
It feels totally incomplete without the silkscreen, even though it's been like layers of painting. So once it's time for the silkscreen, there's a lot of pressure because it can totally mess it up, but it is also a little bit freeing to have lack of control. And I had so much control going up to this point with the images that I've chose, the sizes I'm making things, the colors. It's sort of the most fun part, because it either is amazing or you have another problem to solve, which is sometimes fun.
What would you do without art?
What would I do without art? I'm very good at making things happen, so I would probably end up like trying to like manage or support like some other creatives in a different industry that wasn't like fine art. I'd probably say something to do with music, or something to do with you know, anyone who's working on the behalf of the environment in a creative way. So I used to want to do environmental law. That's what I started studying before switching to art. So something either for creatives or the environment.